Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy Brave X's video. And I predicted this, and I definitely got a W on the prediction. I was either gonna go a break week, and they're going Knights of Grandshelt, and then next week they would do the unit we'll be talking about, or they'll do the unit we'll talk about, and then Knights of Grandshelt later. So we've got Frostblade Fryevia here. So I knew that she'd be coming eventually. I knew she'd be, because it was pretty obvious because of the Clash of Wills weaknesses. It was pretty obvious that it's becoming more easy to predict things. Now when Chizuru comes out, it's going to be a little less to predict since she's a 4-star with almost no personality in terms of what we have nowadays. It's going to be a little harder to predict, but we can maybe still predict a little bit. So the most obscure thing I've ever seen is these equipments on the side of the screen here. Instead of giving us a bait vision card, they'll give us something completely different, and I think that this might work. There's one or two good items in this, and we'll be talking about that. But the step up, I think it's pretty standard. Hopefully I have enough lapis. I like to pull for her. I like to go to EX2 because of that S team. Oh, we haven't seen it yet. Sorry. Because of her S team art, it gives quite a bit of bonuses. 800 attack and magic, plus it's 220 attack and magic. So that's pretty crazy. Plus LB damage boost and also some killers. So that's a really good S team art for her, of course. And her TMR is very similar to Roberta's, where you can equip swords. That's something. She also gets 600% cap, I assume, or 500%. I'm not sure yet. We don't know the passives, but I assume that since she has this passive here, she would have 600% cap with this EX2 or EX3. I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's EX2. And there's not much to go on in terms of these featured abilities. Pretty standard stuff of what global originals usually have nowadays. We've talked about the vision card as well, but I think this is pretty good. And I pretty much predicted as well that they would do her base form being her original self and the Brave Shift form being her other self. I knew that they were going to do that. Of course, they made them a lot nicer than they used to be. These sprites are really amazing. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do. Also, apparently there's shards now available. Shards are now available, guys. That's certainly something. You have to scroll all the way down, guys. Usually, oh, that's it. No, there's more. So I don't know about you guys, but I think that these two here are really mediocre, especially the magical one, because you can't stack magical evasion at all. So you'd only get 50% evasion chance. That's it. Now the top one you could argue with because it might be easier to gear for certain people, I suppose. But is it really worth it compared to the ones you get down here, which are really amazing? I feel like Black Submarine is a little better because of the aquatic killer, 75% aquatic killer. I feel like that's just a little bit better, but the top side, they did this on purpose. Reaper and Plants, 75% is also very good. So unfortunately, we're in the if you ever play Pokemon, and there comes a point where you have to pick a fossil. I always call this the fossil situation. You can only pick one of these, so you gotta pick wisely. And I don't know, I'm edging towards Black Submarine just because the aquatic killer is so rare for most things. And considering this is attack, or this is physical and magical killers, I just think that Black Submarine's a little bit on the edge compared to the other one. And that's just my opinion, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below which one you would pick if you pull. I will try to get some lapis. I already have 20k, but that's not going to get me very far. So we'll have to see. Hopefully I get lucky, huh? Right? Her vision card is not that amazing, but she's not premium, so don't expect that. It's just some flat stats at level 10. Only 250. It's okay, I guess. Not incredible or amazing or anything, but it's okay. So yeah. The exchange shop. Yeah, there are shards in here. out of the blue, this is really suspicious that they would suddenly put fragments in the shop again after many weeks of not having them available. This seems really suspicious that they might release Knights of Ground Shell with maybe some buffs. That's speculation, of course, but isn't it kind of weird how suddenly now they have shard? I'm not complaining, of course, because if there's at least 50 in there, that'd be great. So it's a little suspicious, though. Of course, you really shouldn't be looking at any of this stuff by now, guys. All the stuff here, you can just use your gray tickets and get the top 2 if you would like to get them. If you'd like, I wouldn't get any of the other stuff though. And I wouldn't get any of this stuff here really, because you should definitely be focusing on the top 3 at least. The top 3 guys, you should definitely be focusing on. Yeah, for sure, 100%. Because the shop is actually pretty good this time around, so make sure you take advantage of that. And we got Adjuster's Claymore, who it's basically 50% attack and magic TDH if you get the unique ability. It's not bad if you're a new player. It's not bad. And they usually make these items. They've been doing a little bit better than they were in the past, but these weapons are like on the edge of being at least good. Like here's the edge, here's good, and here's a little bit before it. So for new players, this is going to be a really good item. For anyone else, it's just okay. And finally, Clash of Wills uses wind, dark, and non-elemental attack. I don't like that part. The non-elemental attacks is going to be kind of annoying. You can't do much about that. Unless they're physical attacks, then you could imbue him. But we don't know yet. Don't know yet. And these are not bad because you can just put status immunity and also on top of that put some elemental or some status immunity abilities on top of that. And we have several global units that can do that by now. Ling, and also there are some others. So yeah. Inflicts instant KO on the party. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is a high morale ability. Usually these kind of things are like super high. They try to scare you. Don't be scared when you see this. I'm pretty sure this is a high morale ability, so if the boss has high morale, you might as well just redo it. That's just my guess. And there's some rings this time. There's rings down here, guys. So obviously the normal one where you get the 100% chain cap. And there's also one that gives some flat stats. Decent. There's also some ones that give killers, which is very good. And then finally the last one is something a lot of units already have, but if you don't want to bring them along, you could also use this ability. I don't think it's really worth it though, because there are so many units now that have it, like Maeve and Ling and Kresnik and Louise. Like a lot of these units have these kind of similar abilities. Not Louise particular, like Louise has a similar ability to this, but I would go with the top 3, or top 4 rather. Top 4 rings looking pretty good, looking pretty spicy. I invested in the tiaras, unfortunately, so I gotta finish that first. But then I'll go right into the rings for sure, guys. If you do not invest in those tiaras, you can go right into the rings. You're set. So let me know in the comments down below, guys, what you guys think on Fryevia. I'm currently in the mindset of pulling, but if she's not that good, probably not. You know, she's actually one of my all-time favorite global original units, and it seems like she's going to be, like I predicted, magic on one side and physical on the other. That's how you have to do it, guys. Hybrid just isn't that good anymore. Hasn't been good for a while, and I don't think hybrid needs to come back ever again. In my opinion. I know some of you guys might like hybrid, but I just don't think it's very viable in terms of doing good damage. So, very good that she's going to be a magic on one side, physical on the other. I assume the physical side is going to be a one-hit finisher, and the magic side is going to be more of a chainer, similar to Roberta, where Roberta is very useful in her brace form, but she's also going to be very useful in her brave shift form. But I assume the brave shift form on Fryevia is going to be a little bit more useful in terms of being a finisher and more capable than Roberta. So we'll have to see. Let me know in the comment section down below again, guys, what you guys think about Fryevia. I'm really excited to see what she's going to be like, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace!